Ever wonder what it's like to live in a different city? 4 people in different neighborhoods invite us into their homes and give us a glimpse of what it's like to live in London, England. This is Apartments Around the World.
Hi, my name is Ada and I live in East London, more specifically the Bow area. Bow is close enough to the centre so that I don't feel like I'm outside of London, but also far enough away that you kind of like miss a bit of the hustle and bustle. So I can walk to Tower Bridge within around about just over an hour, or if I was going to get the tube, it would take me like 20 minutes. Our apartment is £1,600 a month, and I live with my boyfriend, so we pay £800 each. So our building is actually an old dog biscuit factory, and then it just got converted into apartments.
Hey, I'm Jeff. I've lived in London for about 3 years now. I currently live in Clapham, which is in South London. Clapham is known to be kind of a rowdy area. There is a lot of students living here, there's a lot of Australians living here, there's a lot of gay people living here. There are a lot of bars that are open really late on weekends. Definitely a fun part of town, but it's definitely, at least this area is a lot younger than other places in London. I decided to move south mostly because of the gay scene and for Clapham Common, which is this really, really beautiful park. A really big park, it's beautiful, it has a few ponds, some nicely lined sidewalk paths with trees. Flatmate and I pay just under $2,000 total, so just under $1,000 each, which is for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath flat. Our flat also has a shared garden, which has been really nice.
Hi, my name is Sobel and I live in an area in West London called Earls Court, which is walking distance to Kensington and Chelsea. Earls Court is best known for being a popular place for visitors to stay since it's pretty central and there's a hotel on every corner. More and more local coffee shops and restaurants are popping up though, making it feel a bit more neighborhoody. In this area, apparently only 37% of the residents were born in England, making it very cosmopolitan. On the contrary, I don't love walking to the tube and seeing a bunch of tourists hearing their suitcases rattle over the cobblestone. We live in a 2-bed, 2.5-bath, first floor flat, and I live here with my husband and 4-month-old baby. We pay £3,800. Our apartment is on the pricier end given the location, but the flat is really well renovated and has modern amenities, which justifies the high price.
Hi guys, my name's Amy. I live in a converted warehouse in North London in the borough of Haringey. I live with 19 other creatives who vary from photographers to graphic designers, events coordinators, fashion designers, actors, musicians, coders, carpenters. There's someone here that can do anything. The area is well known for its warehouse community. This used to be a textiles factory until the 80s when somebody bought it and converted it into about 300 rooms. I pay £680 a month to live here, considering that includes my bedroom, my studio space, a car parking space and outside spaces. I think that's a great price. We share about 8,000 square feet, which includes 3 bathrooms, 1 kitchen, 7 fridges, 4 freezers and 1 cat.
Never thought it was too expensive when we first viewed the place. I fell in love with it immediately. Not too sure about my boyfriend, but I knew that once I saw this place, we weren't going to look at anywhere else, so this was going to be it. The number one thing in London is that people do not have storage. And the cupboards on the back, these white cupboards, you can see if they didn't do this, I don't know what mess we'd be in. It's like a lifesaver for us. Like, we don't have a lot of things around. We can still keep a lot of our space. We can still keep the living room generally quite uncluttered. This is a 1-bedroom apartment, but we do have a Murphy bed that guests can stay on, which is like a super American thing to me. Like, I've never known British places to have a Murphy bed. It's very spooky, but it's a bed. Ooh.
There's just one kind of communal living space. This is our dining area. It consists of 1 table. So a few of my favorite parts of this are obviously our bar cart with all of our booze. I was so excited to buy this. and this cool little industrial lamp, which I love how it all looks together. We also have this little day bed, which is perfect for hungover Sundays. And if we ever have a guest come and visit to stay, they have an actual bed as opposed to trying to squeeze on a tiny couch.
And you have one big spacious room with high ceilings, and we have a dining table in the same room, so sometimes that's used as a desk as well. We love the Victorian kind of ceiling molding and the beautiful chandeliers, and the high ceilings and all of the natural light that we get in this apartment. The cool thing is also here we have some privacy shades, so with the click of a button the shades will just come down. Obviously that doesn't block out light, so we sleep with eye masks, but it's nice and convenient to have that just for privacy purposes.
Many nights are spent watching movies on the projector and playing video games in the lounge. It can be quite intense living with so many people, but I definitely think there are more pros than cons. There's always someone to hang out with, always someone to talk to, and always a lot to do.
The only downside, I guess, of this place is that our kitchen is quite small. It just wasn't something I looked at when we moved in because I don't really spend that much time in the kitchen, but my boyfriend is the cook of the house and he just complained that it's really small all the time.
See, I didn't cook this. Like I said, I don't cook, but this is our little quaint kitchen.
In our kitchen, sink, microwave, stove, oven. We have our fridge with not too much in there because we ate everything this week. And our freezer, which is a bit small, but kind of, is what it is. We also have dishwasher here, which again is actually something that not all flats have. So we had to put special requests in order to find a place with a dishwasher.
And then here we have the kitchen to the right when you walk in. And this is also nice too. It has some sliding doors in case you want some privacy in the kitchen. So really nice, modern kitchen. They've done a great job renovating it. Hard to tell what is what here, but we have a nice oven. Under that we have a dishwasher, and then next to the dishwasher is the freezer, and above that is the fridge. It's a bit smaller, it's a smaller fridge, but that's expected here in London.
We spend our nights playing board games around the kitchen table, creative writing together, having dinner parties and making cocktails. There are lots of fridges as there are so many of us.
This is our bedroom. It's like really nice. Wide open window here in the morning. It's just nothing too special, to be honest. This is the bathroom, and we don't have a window in the bathroom, so we have this air vent that goes straight outside, and there's a family of birds living in the air vent, so in the morning you can just hear them going.
It is kind of, abnormally large with a weird design. This alcove is really nice, but totally not necessary. I feel like they easily could have designed it so I had a little bit less space, so my flatmate could have more, since his room is much smaller than mine. And so this is my flatmate's room. As you can see, it is much smaller than mine. Basically just fits the bed and a night bedside table. It has like a mini wardrobe, but again, not anything compared to the size of mine, which is why his bureau and kind of closet has to be out here. So
upstairs is where the second bedroom is. or the master bedroom, so to speak. So you walk up and you have a little entryway. The apartment has good closet space, but you can never have enough. So I've added this rack here for jackets and whatnot, but there's a lot of built-in drawers and space for hanging things. Down there is the nursery, so there's some light coming in from that. And we go into the bedroom, and this is where we can overlook the living room and the garden. This here also has the privacy shades that come down, which is quite nice. And then a small little window over there, which overlooks a school. We're gonna go into our second bedroom, which we recently converted into a nursery, which still needs a little bit of work.
Our bedrooms are all along the hallway, and at the back of the house we have our studio. Most people here are freelance creatives, so we need the space to work. Working here is like being in the most fun office ever. It's a hub of activity, ideas and making. Most of the bedrooms have a mezzanine level, so upstairs for sleeping and downstairs is like our own lounge.
And this is the bathroom. Hello. Yeah, it's nothing too special. We have two sinks. I think you can tell whose is whose sink for sure. But yeah, we have a shower bath and a towel rack. Just here, a little heated towel rack.
Something interesting about London flats is that the light switches to the bathroom are on the outside. So yeah, here is our bathroom. Pretty nicely sized, good amount of storage, with this little medicine cabinet here, and then more here. This is my rubber duck collection from places I've traveled. Of course, we have the Queen. How could we not? Strangely, this rubber duck toilet seat was here and part of the flat when we moved in, and has nothing to do with these rubber ducks. So we strangely now have a rubber duck themed bathroom, which I am not mad at. Also, it didn't have built-in toilet roll thing, which I thought was really interesting, so we actually had to buy that. So, like, I don't know if people were just putting their toilet like up there before, but another thing too is plugs. So Brits are really like safe about electricity in the bathrooms, I guess. So these are only meant to have shaver plugs, but strangely it fits American plugs, so I don't really understand that whole deal.
Nice big spacious bathroom with a bathtub, which is really relaxing on certain evenings. And then here we have a little laundry room, not even a laundry room, a laundry closet. This is the bathroom. There's a standing shower with a rain shower head, which is really nice. And then a towel heater here. Obviously a much smaller bathroom for the upstairs. So this is our half bath, our guest bathroom. One cool feature is that it has floor heaters, so really useful during London winters.
We have 3 bathrooms with tiny mini baths.
We've been here for almost a year, and we still haven't sorted out the balcony, but it's coming. But I do like having a balcony, especially for the 2 days that we get sun here. It's really nice to stretch your feet out.
Another great feature is this little patio area. I didn't expect to appreciate it so much. And then we also back there have a shared garden, which again has been really, really nice to be able to sit outside.
We also have this terrace, which also opens up to the the garden. So any resident gets that, access to the garden with a private key.
The outside space is communal and shared with the other residents of the community. Each unit has its own little outside space. Out back we have our yard and car park. The landlord commissions the artists who live here to create murals, which is awesome. It means our creative space is super colourful and inspiring. In the summer, it feels like you're at a cute little beer garden. We grow our own veg and have a trampoline.
Thanks for joining us on Apartments Around the World. Let us know in the comments where you want us to go next.